get a real video due to the weather. Right now it's looking okay. Got a little bit of sun. It's not too bright, so I wanted to film the route on the way to the office, so you guys can see Chennai in my perspective. I don't really get out much, so there it is. Unlike Bangalore, although I feel like some areas in India do have a lot of similarities, only thing that changes, I would suppose, according to my knowledge and experience, not really much, maybe just the language. I mean, once you're in India, you see all Indians basically in the same perspective. Although down here they seem to be a little more dark-skinned, and I'd also noticed that here in Chennai they might be a little taller due to the region. This is a coastal city. I've also noticed something similar in Goa, and yeah, I guess that it depends on the region. You get different type of Indians, but the food, the music doesn't change much. I mean, the culture doesn't change much. But I guess it's a little different everywhere you go. I mean, I've lived in Bangalore for a while, so I see a lot of people there that are also a little dark skinned. But I guess they're, it really, like I said, it all depends on the region. Because I've also seen a lot of people here that look like North Indians, but they're actually Tamilian. So I will be heading up north to take care of some business in Uttarakhand and Lucknow, probably about next week, so I'll try to get some better footage over there. This is the primary reason why I got this phone. My other phone was trashed because of the camera quality. But I have taken some videos at night, although I'm not able to get any proper city footage, you know, city urban limits. Police cars here are a little different. People still stare at me, as you guys witnessed. And I probably ran into about 3-4 foreigners so far. But there are still people visiting Chennai. I'm going to check out the airport. I'll be doing a video at the airport next week. As you guys see this building right here, it's actually a super specialty hospital. I'm not sure what that means, but it's a general hospital, I would suppose. I've never been inside. I might just try to get a 15-minute video because it takes a long time to upload. I don't edit my videos, as you guys notice, are raw footage. One of the reasons why I use a phone to do the videos, so I don't have to do any editing. Everything's just raw. Even the thumbnails, I just get options to choose one thumbnail out of the video, and I just choose one of those. I don't do any editing whatsoever. And as far as music and stuff goes, I try to avoid it, just so I don't lose any. I don't have to edit any videos, or I can't upload it. This used to be my bus stop a long time ago, when I was here about 8-10 years ago. I'm actually in the company cab. These are all colleagues from the company. I don't really talk to much people, but they're all familiars. on one of my last videos I made, and they were having some event in the office. I got good views on that one, but since my channel, it's basically not. See, I think that's an Asian right there. Definitely looks Japanese or something. Since my channel is not a public channel, it's only viewed amongst certain communities. So I've actually chosen my target region, and it's mostly a closed channel for now until I leave India. Once I leave India for safety purposes, then I can go ahead and make them viral and probably invest something and see if I can probably start monetizing on my next visit to South America. So I'm planning to go to Mexico in the next. I'll probably be in Mexico in the next 3 to 5 years. Look at the pink police car. Let's suppose only women drive those. I've never seen a police car with that's pink in my life. So yeah, I decided to make this video today. I've been looking for an opportunity because of the weather, mostly. Yesterday and a couple days back was a little dull. Right now the lighting is perfect. And I got to sit in the front, which is perfect. As you guys know, I love urban exploration, but since I've been in Chennai, I really haven't had the chance to go out because of my routine, and also because I'm doing the night shift here, in contrast to Bangalore and other cities where I've landed projects where I'm working in a day shift. So I have plenty of time to actually go from and to work to actually get footage on public transportation, the metros, hospitals, police stations, schools, all that stuff, restaurants. And probably that one fight I got into that bar. I don't make videos so that to exploit people or their culture. But eventually, every now and then, there are circumstances that arise out of nowhere. And this is one thing about India is that, you get everything, man. I mean, just yesterday waiting for my cab, there was a car accident right in front of me. I took a video, but then I decided to take it down because first it was too short. I didn't have the proper content for a short. And secondly, it was pretty dumb. It was, I don't know, there was just a bunch of nonsense. I didn't want to get all that on the video, so. You see a lot of old buildings like this here in Chennai. And you see this right here, in this building here, and this one here, where the paint all comes off. That's probably due to the moisture, but you see a lot of that in Mumbai. Whereas it's people just don't even care about painting the buildings because the paint just comes right off. I mean, due to the moisture. These are common here in India. This place here, I've used this place a couple times when they send me money up from abroad, like Western Union and MoneyGram. You'll see them across India. When I first came to this city, there was a lot of construction like this due to the metros. Due to the metro construction, it's looking a little better, but there's still areas that are very underdeveloped. Yeah, I remember I first came to Chennai, I didn't even want to be here because I couldn't even walk. These things didn't exist, these sidewalks. I don't even think they knew about the concept. But not here. It was very hard to get around, especially if you're walking. Which, as you can see, they're relatively new. Everywhere you went, you have to watch your back because motorcycle would pass right through, a car would pass right through and just hit you in the elbow, knock you down at times. And one thing I didn't notice the first time I was here is that there's a lot of Muslims here. I didn't notice that before. There's a lot of Muslims, but then there's also a predominant Christian community, which I don't regard as Christians according to my knowledge. I've done a lot of research on their how Christianity started here in Chennai, and it's pretty lame if you ask me. They basically just try to make up a story, and the church and the Vatican actually rejects it. They neglect it actually, but it helped establish one of the communities here in Chennai, and there was a visit by one of the popes. I think it was John Paul II, and you can actually see that in the area where we work. It's actually Thomas Mountain. It's pretty close, so I'm gonna try to do another video on that. I did a video a very long time back, but I can't find it. I think I might have lost it, but I'm gonna try to do a video on St. Thomas Mount and try to hit the topic, because I think that something that people should know, how the Church South India started. But believe me, it was not because of Jesus coming over here or Thomas coming over here, because if you go to Kashmir, supposedly Jesus came over there and he had kids and he settled down and he died there, and they have a burial, but it's all speculation. And a lot of the Christians don't act too Christian like either, man. I mean, you'd have to, live it for your own experience. But I don't consider myself a Christian. My wife is Christian, but I don't even have any respect for her church, or for anything they believe in. Primarily because I just don't trust people here in India, and even if they're Christian, I mean, there's just too much discrimination here. Whereas they tend to give each other support, and a lot of them are pretty dishonest in the first place. They come from low caste families, and they come from low caste communities. How would I say low class communities, which in turn, because of the Christianity, they decide, okay, we're going to convert so that we can get respect from the other classes and the other castes. We can land better jobs and so forth. I do see a lot of people who do have better moral values because of Christianity, in comparison to other, Hindus or Muslims. I've seen a lot of Muslims do a lot of nasty things, and they've done a lot of nasty things to me. Not to put Islam down or Christianity down or Hinduism down, because it all really depends individually. But I've had a lot of bad experiences with all types of people. Check out the fire trucks. They basically just look like buses. Pretty hard to maneuver, you ask me. You've seen the fire engines in other countries. Big vehicles like that have a separate compartment for the cabin for the driver, so that they can maneuver easily, especially when it comes to fire trucks. There's a certain standard in the US, especially where the big vehicles like that, the driving cabins are separate, like also like the semi trucks, so that they can maneuver easily in turns and know when it comes to stationing the vehicles. But haven't come to that here in India yet. So not only in India, I've seen like videos on Africa, other parts of the world that are still in development. I was trying to get the HAL military installation in Bangalore. I was only able to get into a museum because they don't really allow like drones and cameras and stuff in any of their military or government grounds. Unless I get my camera again, the spy camera. Whereas I can just slap it on and they won't know I have it on. But it's not that easy to get inside anyway. Chit Chat kind of looks like the Coca-Cola slogan. There's one of these in Bangalore. They help with immigration and visas. Y-axis. There goes my store, Decathlon, where I do a lot of my shopping, especially like for clothing and stuff. And you guys see these red and black flags? This is one of their predominant ruling government parties here in Tamil Nadu. At first I thought they were, how would I say, communists, because the first time I came to India, I saw a communist group here. I was surprised. But yes, there's a communist group. But these are actually Dravidian majority legislative. I think the legislative, and it's a part of the government here in Tamil Nadu, which is predominant here in this part. And the Dravidian language is actually part of Tamil, the Tamil language, which is also predominantly spoken in Sri Lanka. This is one of the public transport, the buses here. That's our schoolgirls. It's full of schoolgirls. I'm surprised they don't have their own bus. I don't know, I guess they have a... Oh, this is a public bus. Well, some schools, they don't provide transportation. So they just hop on any bus. I even see them on the TikTok, rickshaws. Rickshaw, tuk-tuk, whatever you want to call them. Check this out. It says Amma Patrol. Amma in Spanish means mother. Even in Hebrew. And it's pink. It sounds like the Mother Patrol. They go around, make sure that grandmas and mothers aren't fighting, you know, making any public nuisance. You know? To my surprise, I went for a couple beers like a couple weeks back, and some old lady walked inside the bar. She was drunk as hell. Dude, she wouldn't leave me alone. I should have called them on her. You know? She wanted money, but she kept bothering me. I gave her 20 rupees and she wanted more too. So I'm gonna take down this phone number for next time. Call the Amma Patrol on her. This is like cabs we're on. Not sure if it's heading the same company. But we have several locations, so I'm sure we're not the only company that use these. before there were cabs, these things used to be used for like tourism. So they actually kept the names Temple. See, this actually says Tourister, which are now being used even by the police. Volvo, very good Swiss company. I used to own one a long time back. And hell, man, it's longer than I thought. It's already 20 minutes. I was just trying to hit a 15-minute video, but let's see. I still haven't been monetizing anyway, so even if the content's a little long, it's good because I need to get some more content anyhow. The business center, joy of working. They're all tea stalls. Call it chai, famous chai. You know what? Actually, every state that you go in, the chai may vary, and the spices they use. It tastes a little different everywhere. I remember one time I was in I think it was in Jaipur or somewhere up north. I don't recall, but the chai was very good. The tea was very. I don't know what they put in it. I think it had like saffron, and they put like rosemary or something else in it. Unlike down here, they use cardamom and some other I would say called ginger and stuff like that. So it all depends. There's different types of teas here in India. I've tasted in the office. They have a couple of tea bags that are actually free. So I tasted a couple. They're pretty good. I just don't like the masala tea and stuff like that. But like the cardamom and ginger, cinnamon, all that's pretty good. Tastes good. Lemon, my favorite's green tea. So what I was doing in one of my other offices is I was getting the green tea. I was boiling the water, getting the hot water. I was putting in the tea bag, and then had a big container where I would then transfer the tea once it's mixed into my container, and then add like cold water instead of adding ice, and adding like brown sugar, a little bit of regular sugar, and some milk, and boom, you got some Lipton iced tea. You don't even need to add the milk. You can add a little lemon if you have. But yeah, this is one of the new metro stations. I've also noticed that a lot of the metro stations here are like theme based, like in Mexico City. It's pretty cool. The Mexico City metro is kind of like the Delhi metro, but in every station it's like, it's actually fun getting off in different stations because they're themes. There's one station I got off one, I think it was a university station, whereas the actual University of Mexico City had property on there. What the university did is they would display like art pieces, and there was a famous artist, I think from France, who actually used to use dead bodies. Okay, it would decompose bodies that were dried up and formaldehyde. I don't know. Well, anyway, this famous guy had put the university had put up in that station a museum for dead corpses. Oh, it's something to see, really. And people are just literally just getting off in the station, just like a museum, you know, at a museum at a station. That was pretty cool. So you see that a lot in Mexico City, in the metro stations. Whereas you can go on a weekend, get off on any station, and it's like an exhibit, or they have live music, or even malls. You get off on a station and you end up inside of a mall, which is pretty cool. And I think I've seen that one time in Greater Noida. It wasn't necessarily inside the mall, but right outside the mall. But in Mexico City, you get off and you're right inside the mall. So that's pretty cool. This is also part of the new metro construction. We're at 25 minutes right now. I'm not sure. I think we're almost close. But I don't know. You guys up for the street tour, which this main street actually runs through all of main Chennai, so it's actually a very good video if you want to visit Chennai, so that you can get an idea on how the streets are. Traffic's not that bad. I don't know, I guess it depends on the timings. But right now, a lot of people be getting off of work, so that is peak hour, but it's not that bad. In Bangalore, oh my god, it's worse. I guess because of the congestion, there's more people, right? But during this time, there's a lot of traffic, man. It took me 2 hours just to get home in Bangalore, getting off of work, working in one of the MNCs. I don't know, I want to cut the video, it's a little long, but I'm just gonna wait till I get a little closer and then trip. I've been meaning to do this for a little while, so I don't only do these videos for like publicity. I don't do them for publicity. I do them for my records, also for my safety. So back then what I was doing is I was carrying a type of a phone, a cover that I can put on my chest, like a body camera, because I've been in circumstances where I've been assaulted and stuff, and I can catch thieves and people misbehaving with me, auto rickshaw drivers trying to rob me and stuff like that. So if anybody get caught misbehaving with a foreigner in India and you have them on camera, they're done. It's a big offense here in India. So a lot of tourists decide to take video now whenever they go out to any country, which is a smart ideal. So now it's even getting harder for crime. Not only criminals, local people can engage in criminal activity as well. Check this out. You get a lot of these black water places here in Chennai. I've seen them in Bangalore too, but they're contained. And so but I'm wondering if they even treat it before it reaches the shores. I think that's going to be another video there. We're almost there. Another metro station. We picked up one of our colleagues here like a couple weeks back. Like I said, this main street runs all the way to where I'm staying. I stay right on the main road next to the train station. You can't miss it. As a matter of fact, if any one of you want to look me up, send me a message. We can meet up. I can give you a little tour. But like I said, these videos are not for the public. I make these to show my family. They want to see all the time how India is and everything. How am I doing? A lot of friends, and I every now and then put the videos. I upload them to like travel blogs and on Instagram. They're definitely on YouTube, but the local people have no access to them as they're made private for my safety. And this is basically it, guys. We're just gonna turn here and the company would be somewhere over there. So I'm gonna end the video here. We are roughly at 30 minutes. Firebird over and out.